So mainly the paintbrush is what you want to get.
That's so good in the blooper.
I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes I am, yes I am, yes I am.
Alright, I'm Jacob Kurtenbach with themanservices.com, and we're still painting. You can see it's dark outside. Must be painting for somebody I really care about. Maybe even love. Okay, I love her. So, here we go. We are practicing painting along here. For all you people that are practicing, I guess I'm just painting. I am going to show you. After you put the first coat on, it glides a lot better across the wall than it did before. The first coat's really hard to put on there. And see how I'm wiping across every time? That allows for you to get all the lines. See how that line goes across there? Once you come back across, it smooths that out. And you'll want to continue to do that as you paint. I'm getting a little tired, so I'm slurring my words a little bit and can't really think of what I'm supposed to be saying, but I know I'm painting. So, we're just going to keep going here. And like we learned in the other video, how to hold the paintbrush when you're going across, when you do lines, like, you know, when you do a line. And then, if you want to get tricky, you can hold the paintbrush like this, and then bring it back. We're just going to wash those off. Done! Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Smooth that out. Get these corners over here. I always like to do that with the brush. It just allows the brush to get any junk off of it and kind of flatten it out. And another thing, if you see paint start getting on this part of your brush too much, like it's a little thick there, you're just going to want to go on the wall and kind of wipe it off, because you don't want that to dry on there and lose your nice edge. So you're just going to want to make sure to, you know, feather out your edges after you do that. And if there's still some more on there, there's like a little bit right there, so you just kind of freshen up your brush, and that keeps a nice tip. So now that we've done that part down here, we're going to go ahead up top and do a little bit more cutting. So as I was mentioning before, you cannot hire me for a painting job like this, but you can hire Derek with Painting Plus of Boulder. I work with those guys all the time. I'll do a lot of woodwork, and his guys will come in and do all the painting. They do a great job. They're really clean and on point. So Derek with Painting Plus of Boulder is the guy that you would call if you need paint done. So once again, into the corner, you start with the back side and work your way in. You want to make sure your brush stays coated, because if you just start pulling back and forth across it, you're just gonna keep pulling paint off of the wall, and that doesn't help anybody. We're just gonna keep on going on. If you watch the video before this, you'll see the difference in how far I can pull the brush. with the paint on it compared to before. So, alright, here we are. So we got painting. Who doesn't love painting? So you go across one way, and then every once in a while you'll see areas that you missed. So then you'll just go back across that. And in this instance, while we're painting, there is popcorn ceilings, you know, best thing on earth. But if you don't like them, Derek with Painting Plus a Boulder can take care of that for you too. I don't do that either. But so while I'm painting, I can only do as good as the other guy did, because there's still some brown paint and it went up a little higher than I would have liked to gone with it. It's a little harder to tell from the angle that you're at because of the popcorn. But one trick that you can do is when you're painting, if you want it to appear that there's a straight line, you could paint and just put the tip of your brush onto the ceiling and run a line, and then when you're looking at it from this angle, it will appear very straight. But if you stand on the wall and look straight up, you'll see the paint on the ceiling. So most people aren't going to be standing next to your wall looking straight up, so they won't see that it's a wavy line on the ceiling. Everybody will be standing farther back looking at it at an angle saying, wow, what a great paint job you did. You could be like, yeah, I learned from Jacob Kurtenbach with themanservices.com. It's great, you should check it out. But hey, you know, we can cross that path when we get there. Trade sides one more time. So every time I start, I most of the time start low, depending on how I'm feeling, and then work my way up. Just put that tip right up there. And we're going to work across it back and forth. And there we are. We are done with the second coat. And you're going to want to make sure to spend a little extra money on the high quality paint, because the high quality paint, I could probably get this in 2 coats with the high quality paint. The paint I'm using, it's not super high quality. I thought it was, but I was wrong. You know, we're all wrong sometimes. But the high quality paint, better coverage. This is kind of thin paint. The higher quality is a lot thicker, covers a lot better. You could get a light coat to cover a dark coat very well, and it's taking a little bit more with this. So we'll probably have to do 3 coats in order to get a nice clean coverage. But yes, so the lesson here is higher quality paint, less coats. Signing out, Jacob Kurtenbach with themanservices.com. Thank you.
I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes I am, yes I am.